My name is Jean Fitzgerald. I was born in Petit Guave, Haiti. When I was 8 years old, my mom left Haiti and she went to live to the US. I spent the rest of my childhood with my father. My father and I were good friends, I know some parents, they like to bother their children, but it wasn't like that. When my father died, I was 15 and I didn't grow up with my mother. There was not a connection like mother and son, it wasn't like that. I mean, my mom has been living here like for 14 years. For those 14 years, I saw her 3 times, and the last time was January 11th, 2010. Like January, it was a January, so people are preparing for the carnival. My friend and I, we were ready to go to the studio so we could record our 2010's carnival. It was about midnight, and then we finished recording at 6 in the morning, and then we went home so we could sleep.
We're following the breaking news out of Haiti. The largest, most powerful earthquake in the region's history has crippled the country, measuring 7.0. Its epicenter was just a few miles outside the capital, Port-au-Prince. There are reports of toppled buildings there. We've seen pictures of some dead bodies in the streets. There are reports of trapped victims screaming for help.
People could feel the earth shake in the Dominican Republic as well. This is a huge, huge earthquake that we're watching right now.
I was sleeping and I feel a vibration under my bed. I thought that my house was about to collapse. When I tried to escape, the earthquake pushed me that side and pushed me on the other side. So I couldn't do anything. So after a few seconds, so the earthquake stopped, and then I walked out. And then I see my neighbor's house fall down. When my father passed away, I didn't cry. Maybe I was too young to think about death. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I didn't know that much about death, so I didn't cry. But I saw people, on the street who die because some houses collapsed on them, and yeah, that was really tragic. And yeah. I came to the US 2 years ago. The earthquake happened in January 12th, and I came here in March. As an immigrant, you have a lot to do. I feel like you work 3 times more than someone who was born here. And because, first of all, that's not your country, you have to adapt with the area, you have to learn the language, you have to do a lot of things to succeed. So that makes it really, really hard for an immigrant to live here as like every other American. Actually, yes, I love my mother for what she has done for me so far, but yeah, I'm looking for another love. I'm looking for someone. I'm looking for a girl who can love me, and the girl I can spend my life with, the rest of my life with. What this picture? Actually, I invite a couple of my friends to give me some advice about my situation.
Because when I was coming in the United States, I thought that would be like easy to get a girl since there were so many beautiful girls in this country. But when I came, it was difficult for me because I didn't understand the language and I couldn't speak it.
Finding a love in the U.S. is very difficult because maybe the other person might not know the language, and that makes it very hard.
I met this girl in my middle school. Her name was Keisha. She was American, and like the way I was talking, she couldn't understand what I said. So she was like, So I was so embarrassed, and she was like, you know what? Okay, here's my number. You can call me. So she gave a number to me. I called her the next day. Me and her was talking, and she was like, you know, you some type of, you a cute boy and everything, but the way you talk, I don't understand. So can you learn English? And I was like, okay, I'm gonna try my best so I can learn it so I can talk to you.
In my country, I know, like, to have a girl, you're supposed to be a cute boy, you know, you're supposed to come to a wealthy family. But when I came here, I realized that the girls, they mostly believe in like what you wear, is that a Gucci, is that a Louis Vuitton or something. So I realized that you're supposed to be fresh.
To fall in love in US is like difficult because some of those people are like fake. They're not real. They don't give the real love.
So one day I was just coming to school, and then I saw a beautiful girl passing my apartment. So I said, that's the time to try it. And then I said hi, and she didn't answer. She continued walking, and I followed her. I was walking next to her for like a long time, trying to gain her attention, but she didn't show any emotion, anything back. So we walked until we got to the subway station, and then she just turned back and she said, "What you want?" And I said, "I want you because you're so beautiful." And she said, "Oh, thank you, but..."
I saw a girl walking on the street, and I said hi, and she said hi, and like I didn't have another word to say. I just kind of shaking my head like, and she walked away, and she might thought that I was crazy.
Actually, I'm working on it. I mean, I'm working to find my first love in US, but it's okay. The man who I'm looking for, I don't know, I see is like my type. So I'm trying to get him because I love him and stuff. That's it.
So I started learning English in New York in my class all the time. So a couple months later on, me and her started talking again. Like she come to my house all the time, but that girl was my first love in New York, in America City. And I was like, she helped me a lot. She helped me how to speak good English. She helped me how to write it. And the girl was actually 15 and I was 16. So Keisha was my first love in New York.
Okay. Okay. What I'm looking for is a girl who I can spend, how can I say that? Who I can go out and spend time, have good time, that's what I'm looking for. But I think now yeah, I'm confident about it. I think that's gonna work. That's gonna work. I just need a little bit of time. A little bit of time to, I mean, to find the girl that I'm looking for. Yeah.